Hall of Fame, here he comes. Mark Reardon, always rip-roaring and raring to go. It's go, go, go for the Lady Reavers. Iowa Western looks to outmuscle the Hawks. The men fly with the birds as well, and it's not how you start, but how you finish. The Saints and Monarchs run the floor at St. Albert and talk about a track meet. Thomas Jefferson taking orders from the sergeant, or is it the other way around? Abraham Lincoln set sail with Atlantic, and the Lynx on a tear. And the Reavers wrestling team looking to pin one on some trappers.
The Bluffs Sports Zone starts now!
Hello, I'm J.J. Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone. Now, wait a minute. I thought you qualified for a Hall of Fame only after you retired or met your maker. You know what I mean? Not when you're still at it and you're just 43. 43! Sam Saplizio Field, home away from home for the Reavers and head coach Mark Reardon. Now, Iowa Western has dogpiled its way to 3 national championships in the last 5 years. Its 12th year head coach in the news again recently. Reardon has been elected into the NJCAA Hall of Fame.
You could have knocked me over with a feather. I looked at the coach beside me and I was like, did they just say my name? I've only been a head coach for 12 years. So I was just like, that can't be right. But they were like, stand up. And I stood up and I was just in awe.
No questions over ground rules?
Because you thought like I did. Usually you put 30, 40 years in or you're dead.
Yeah, that's one of my jokes. Quickly after that, I was like, am I retiring soon? I didn't know. So, but it is a very, it's a big deal for the organization. It's chilling for me still. I'm really proud of what we built here at Iowa Western.
As you know, still, it's about the players, because without them, you wouldn't be here.
No, you talk about players and assistant coaches. That's what, and my wife. I have championships because of all that. We don't talk about championships. We don't talk about winning regionals or districts. We really don't ever. We talk about how are you doing things today. We talk about in the middle of moments.
You're black and white, you said?
You look at where my wife and I were 15 years ago, and nobody knew me across the country as an assistant at a junior college or a volunteer at Baylor before that. And then you look at where we are today, and it's very humbling to us. And that's really what we're proud about the most, is we've just done it the right way to get to where we're at.
And where he's at, where he's headed, next stop for Iowa Western head coach Mark Reardon, the NJCAA Hall of Fame. Congratulations. The numbers speak for themselves. 3 national championships the last 5 years. And Iowa Western, the first Northern District team to win it all back in 2010, and then 2012, and of course last year. In 12 seasons, Mark Reardon's compiled 559 wins, just 168 losses. That's pretty darn good. He'll be inducted into the NJCAA Hall of Fame at the end of May. Takes place in Grand Junction, Colorado, just before the start of the JUCO World Series. Now, wouldn't that be something if Iowa Western makes it to Sam Saplizio Field? And then there's the Reavers basketball teams, and it's a tale of 2 seasons. The ladies ranked 4th in the nation, unbeaten, and the guys, well, used to that lofty status, but not this year. Iowa Western tips off conference play, and as always, things get just a little harder for both. The Hawks fly in at 15-2, and the Reavers fly away at the start. Fani Chudarash to the bank. Destiny Harris destined for 2. Iowa Western jumps out 8-2, but Northeast shoots right back. Brooke Bauer buries the three, and it's all tied up. The visitors grab a 14-10 lead, just over 9 minutes left in the first half. Janae Bunn inside. Next man up watches this one go back and forth. Jasmine Trimboli, 9 first half points, 23-22 home team. Pesky point guard Megan Trinder for Northeast, 27-24 Hawks. Brittany Thomas comes off the bench for the Reavers, knocks down the tray, 29 all at the break. Iowa Western runs out to a 39-34 lead early second half. Chudarash to over 16 points, but the Hawks cut it to 3. Trinder finishes with 11. Jasmine Trimboli for the tray. 44-37 Reavers. The visitors trim it right back to 3. Jayla Mays Jackson fights for the rebound, trail 51-48.
Why don't we have any help? We practice that every day. Right? Go on.
Jim Turgeon's team shoots just 36% from the field. Under 2 minutes to go, Trimboli on a mission. Chanel Pell to the rescue. Iowa Western's up 63-57. That pesky point guard again, Megan Trinder for Northeast, cuts it 63-61, 8 seconds left. Jasmine Trimboli goes to the line. The sophomore, one of her game-high 25 points. The Hawks call timeout. Trimboli then hits the second. The Reavers up 65-61. The visitors go down shooting at the buzzer. Iowa Western holds on 65-64.
I thought we played okay. I think we're capable of playing a lot better. But I thought Northeast was very well prepared. One thing that's made us good this year is our chemistry, and for some reason on offense tonight, our chemistry wasn't there.
Jasmine willed this team to win.
Yeah, and Jasmine, she just won't let us lose. Whether it's driving the ball, whether it's shooting the three, whether it's making the pass, whether it's getting a rebound, defensive stop, she just does it all for us, and I'm happy she's on our side.
Wake-up call a little bit for you guys?
Yeah, it was a big wake-up call. I think it was just a lot of, like, we're not really used to that much pressure, which I think it woke us up a bit, and I think we'll probably go harder at practice against each other so we get used to it.
We still have a long way to go, regardless of, the adversity that we do go through. But it's going to be a challenge from here on out, for sure.
It's a win. It's a region win, and we're +1 in the score column. So basically, we're gonna have to win at their place to get home court advantage. So I'm just happy we won. I know we're capable of playing better, and I thought Northeast was outstanding.
The 4th-ranked and unbeaten Reavers run their record to 20-0. Iowa Western travels to Northeast on January 31st.
The Hawks travel to Canesville Arena to take on the Reavers. Early in the first half, Deshaun Munson cleans up the Dahlin miss. Iowa Western up by 1. A few minutes later, Boy Couch finishes for 2, 11-6 Reavers. Next possession, the Aussie connects. Matt Dahlin with 8 points, 2 of 6 from 3. Home team up 16-10. Northeast responds. Deontay Smith, 3 of his 13 points. Visitors trail by 3. The Hawks' Kevin Moiter lays it in, 25 all, 6 minutes left in the first half. Northeast up 35-28. Iowa Western Deshaun Munson with the Euro. Just over a minute left. Smith finishes the break with the slam. Hawks up 39-32. The Reavers go into the half down 41-34. Second half, Couch to the hoop, finishes among the trees. 45-42 Northeast. The Reavers go on an 8-2 run. Munson finds Teak Bull for the monster dunk. 50-47 home team. The freshman from Lamar strikes again. Bull finishes with 10 points and 8 rebounds. Iowa Western up by 5. DJ Evans lays it in. He finishes with 10. Reavers 56-52. Northeast hits 7 threes overall. Moiter knocks down 3 and finishes with 22 points. It's rain in threes. Touch. Northeast up 70-68 with 9 minutes to go. Deshaun Munson puts the Reavers up by 2. The sophomore records a double-double with 18 points and 12 rebounds. That wouldn't be enough as the Hawks fly away 93-84.
This couldn't seem to get them any type of energy, any type of focus. Probably as big a thing as anything was just the turnovers. I think we had 26, 27 turnovers. We've been a real good team all year taking care of the basketball. And all of a sudden, we're just making silly passes, and just mentally, we're not very focused all night long. Never could quite get them there.
Iowa Western then hit the road to Marshalltown The Reavers tame the Tigers 96-87. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Jake Wright.
The TJ boys basketball team has a new coach. Same old story. But first, the Saints in a track meet with some Lady Monarchs when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have Identity Safe Checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
Mixing and matching on the hilltop this winter. That's been the story of the St. Albert girls basketball team. There's some fresh faces on the court, first-timers as well, so it's taking some time to figure things out, and there's more help on the way. The Saints ready to run up and down with Dennis and Schleswig. Now the Lady Monarchs run out 4-0. Samantha Pick, nice pass to Amber Habrick, 2 of her team high 15 points. It's a track meet. Allie Wettengale picks it off to newcomer Paige Beacom. St. Albert's down by 2. Wettengale then spots up and drills it. Home team grabs a 13-11 lead after 1. Back and forth they go. The visitors pushing it up the floor. Sadie Peterson just sticks the 3. The senior finishes with 8. Number 2 flies in again. 22-17 Dennis and Schleswig, just over 3 minutes left in the half. The St. Albert ties it right back up inside to Paige Beacom. J.C. Martin makes a beeline for 2. 27 all 37 seconds left. The Lady Monarchs take a 2-point lead at the break. Peterson, baseline. Second half. Samantha Pick to Jacqueline Ingram. Visitors up 33-32. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. But the Saints punch right back. Beacom keeps it in play. Back to the Lewis Central transfer. The home team's up for good, 34-33. The junior again inside. 37-33 St. Albert after 3 quarters.
Tell you what, with this group, let's try one time. Let's try our 1-2-2 or
Dick Wettengale's team takes over in the 4th. The Saints and Allie Wettengale pick off the Lady Monarchs. St. Albert outscores Dennis and Schleswig 23-10. J.C. Martin with the left hand. Paige Beacom, a monster night. Ties a school record, dropping in 35 points. The Saints out-tough Dennis and Schleswig, nothing but net, 60-43.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, they wanted to get the ball up the court just as bad as we did. And, you know, it was a physical game. You just didn't know for sure what was going to happen when you were taking it to the basket sometimes. And our girls did. I thought we out-toughed them tonight.
It wasn't pretty, but a win's a win.
How tough was it being a transfer from Lewis Central to Mesh to blend in?
It was kind of difficult at first, but I think it only took like a game to like get chemistry and stuff, so it wasn't bad.
The key word this week is relentless. So I think that's but it's also like one of our team things is like we're relentless with the ball, offense, defense. We want to get after it all the time.
All of them. I think we're definitely good shooters, but we also have those people that are good drivers. Like we have everything.
Do you feel like you're still trying to settle on a rotation?
We are a little bit, and it's going to change again. You know, I have a girl coming in here Friday. She'll be eligible to play, Alyssa Carley, and she's going to, you know, change the dynamics of our team again a little bit.
The Saints win for just the 2nd time this season on their home court. St. Albert ups its record to 5-6.
The Saints of St. Albert tip it off against Missouri Valley. First quarter, home team beats the press. Maddie Munger, Paige Beacom, Saints trail 7-4. Late first quarter to Lady Reds, Bailey Jensen steals it. The senior scores right before the buzzer. Visitors up 9-4 heading into the second quarter. St. Albert cuts it to 2. Alyssa Carley knocks down the 3. A little bit later, J.C. Martin, nothing but net. 24-13 St. Albert. Saints lead by 11 at the break. Third quarter, Missouri Valley goes on a 7-0 run. Bailey Jensen 6-3. Lady Reds trail 24-20. Coach Wettengill calls a timeout to settle his team down. Home team takes a 6-point lead. Alyssa Carley with the jump shot. Paige Beacom leads the way, the junior with a game high of 24 points. Munger adds 17. St. Albert rips the Lady Reds 47-28.
She just gets us out and gets us moving. She's just so intense defensively. It just adds a tremendous amount to our team.
Say defense win games, so that's our main focus. Our posts have been working really hard in practices. We do a lot of post guard stuff, and like when I'm down at the post, they're like all the time they're working hard.
The Saints have won 3 in a row. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Drake Curry.
Thanks, Drake. And then there's the Lady Yellow Jackets. It's been an uphill climb. Now, TJ has won a couple of games this year, but always looking to show improvement, to get better. Here's IWTV student Tyler Derrickson.
Thomas Jefferson played host to Sergeant Bluff Luton. First quarter, Amber Schubert of the Warriors spins past Alyssa Talent to convert on the easy layup. Bluff Luton up 4-0. Later in the first, Yellow Jackets' Abby Hayes takes the inbound pass and throws in 2 of her 4 points, cutting the deficit to 6. End of the first quarter, Desiree Kearney heaves up a half-court shot that falls just short. Visitors 16-7. TJ holds the Warriors to 13 points in the second quarter. Abby Hayes adds not 1, but 2 blocks to her stat sheet. Jackets trail by 21 at the break. Scoring an underwhelming 8 points in the first half, Thomas Jefferson looked to turn up the intensity in the second half. Annie Duncan gets things started in the third quarter with a turnaround jumper. But SBL Schubert strikes right back, the senior with her second tray of the night. That shot moving Schubert to third on the all-time scoring list for the Warriors with over 1,100 points. Bluff Luton runs away with this one 62-24. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Ty Derrick.
Thanks, Tyler. Thomas Jefferson now sits at 2-10. AL, just 1 win on the season. Lewis Central motoring along at 10-3. And St. Albert and its ever-changing lineup now stands at 7-6. And at Heartland Christian, the Lady Eagles 1-12. Scoring points in a different way at Iowa Western. The Reavers wrestling team makes a statement. But up next, the AL boys look to continue their winning ways after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
The TJ boys have a new basketball coach, and he's hoping to turn things around. The Yellow Jackets won a total of just 9 games in the last 4 years. Next up on the coaching carousel, Nate Kreifels. Now he takes over a team that won 4-18 last season. But it's a new year, new coach, new attitude. As always, hope springs eternal. Here's IWTV student Dylan Lindberg.
Thomas Jefferson hosting Sergeant Bluff Luton at the Hive. First quarter, the Warriors starting off hot. Andrew Christensen scoring 2 of his 10 total points. SBL up 11-4. The Jackets will go on a 9-2 run to tie it up at 13. TJ trails by 3 after 1. Second quarter, Keegan Sarvery drains the three-pointer to make it 19-13. Sergeant Bluff Luton, the sophomore, finished with 16 points. Thomas Jefferson trying to get things going. Logan Hoyts knocks down the mid-range jumper. Jackets trail 28-17 at the half. Second half, the Warriors picking up where they left off. Andrew Christensen and 1. SBL up 34-19. Thomas Jefferson not going down without a fight. Richard Adams kisses the three-pointer off the glass. TJ trails 41-24 after 3. Jackets still hanging tough. Adams again from downtown. TJ trailing 47-27, but Sergeant Bluff Luton just too much. Jacob Schultz ices it for the Warriors. SBL wins 54-30.
I think staying positive, trying to keep the guys' heads up during the games. You know, it's not easy going out here and losing a lot of these games, but for me to keep the guys pumped up and keep them in the games, that's how we're going to improve.
The good thing is, we're improving. Every game there's flashes of 2 or 3 minute stretches where we look pretty darn good, and then we go on those lulls where it's 3 minutes where we give up 10 points and we don't score, or we turn it over and we get frustrated and we start breaking down. So it's just about teaching these young men how to overcome that adversity. And
Thomas Jefferson loses its 3rd straight, but the future looks bright for the Jackets. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindberg.
Tony Bonner and the Lynx get ready to take on the Atlantic Trojans. The visitors' Joseph Walker misses the layup, but gets the rebound and the basket. Atlantic draws first blood. Then, AL's Justin Nalen zips past the defenders and comes in with a smooth finish. The home team takes a 12-9 lead in the first. Second quarter goes back and forth. Ryan Hawkins shows off his range. Trojans up 23-21. Lynx. Junior Tony Bonner ties it right back up, 23-all at the break. As Abraham Lincoln talks it over, its fans call out some of their own moves. The Lynx own the third quarter. Trevante Jones goes coast to coast, the speedster with 8 points for the night. Then he dishes it to Tony Bonner. AL outscores Atlantic 17-3 in the quarter. The Trojans rally. Ryan Harkins and 1. The junior, a team-high 16 for the night. The visitors cut the lead to 8, but that's it. Tony Bonner, a monster, inside finishes with a game high of 30. Abraham Lincoln pounces Atlantic 65-57.
We're playing really well and we're doing some really good things, but there's just still a lot of area for growth. And obviously, closing games is one of them. We just tonight again we've had this problem where we turn it over too much late in the game after we've built a lead, and some things to clean up for sure.
AL is undefeated at home this season and has a record of 12-1. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Cole McAfee.
Thanks, Cole. So the 10th-ranked Lynx continue to impress. AL stands at a very impressive 12-1. TJ just 1-11. Lewis Central an even 500. And St. Albert 4 games under 500. And Heartland Christian 2-11. Up next, our play of the week, the monster at work. Hey, but what about the work of the rest of the guys? Set a trap for the trappers on the other side. Wrestlers are a different breed, committed to their craft like no other, and the Iowa Western wrestling team is no different. Now the Reavers are building for the future that is the national tournament in Des Moines. Now the dual matches and the weekend tournaments all help Josh Watts and the guys get to where they want to go, and that's on the podium in just over 6 weeks.
Your Iowa Western Reavers!
24th-ranked Iowa Western runs out for its first of 3 home matches. The Reavers under the spotlight against number 11 Northwest Wyoming. 133 Clay Stein with the barnyard. And the freshman from Missouri nearly pins Eduardo Pena. Stein wins it 10-3. Home team later trails 9-3. 157 Lucas Lias looking to stick to Trappers Matthew Whitcomb. Freshman from Plattsmouth, Nebraska, Lias takes it 11-6.
Next up at 165, Tim Hester for the Reavers.
165, sophomore Tim Hester on top gives up an escape to 8th-ranked Kaylin Lovelace. Now the match is tied at 2. Third period, the guy they call Bama escapes right back. Hester trots off with a 3-2 decision. Now the match is tied at 9, but not for long. 174, Matt Walker on the bottom against Northwest Wyoming's Jacob Beck. Walker with the only pin of the match. Now the visitors forfeited 184, and suddenly it's 21-9, Iowa Western. Fourth-year head coach Josh Watts and the Reavers in command by 9 headed into the last match. Eric Carrillo on the bottom trails 2-1 with 20 seconds left. The sophomore from Storm Lake ties it at the end of regulation. Overtime. Carrillo with the takedown wins the match 4-2. 24th ranked Iowa Western stuns the number 11 Trappers 24-12.
Yeah, it was a good win. I mean, we won 6 matches, so it was a step. You know, we've won 2 in a row. National duels was kind of inconsistent for us. We're still learning and we're still growing, so we're doing a lot of teaching even throughout the duel, and we're going to continue doing that all the way up through nationals.
Yeah, you know, things to improve on. Definitely got to get off bottom for sure, but I felt like I controlled the match overall, so I'm happy to get the win.
Were you aware that you guys needed a major or a stick?
Kind of. My coach, before I went out there, he told me get a pin, so tried to do it, and it happened.
Obviously, it's a great feeling knowing that you won and putting all that hard work that we've been doing over break. And just winning at the end is always a great feeling.
Are you encouraged?
Yeah, I mean, there's progress. Okay, we're nowhere where we need to be in February. I know that. My guys know that. That's why we're teaching and we're learning every day right now up until we are ready for nationals.
Tomorrow morning, I want you guys to come in, check your weight, get a light.
Watts and the Reavers up their dual meet record to 3-3. Iowa Westerns on the rise. The Reavers hoping to peak, as coach said, at nationals in February. Now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. The Reavers monster at 285. Eric Carrillo locked in a monster match with Northwest Wyoming's Gabe Escobedo. Now Carrillo trails by 1, just seconds left. The monster escapes, tying the match. First overtime period. The sophomore from Storm Lake gets 2. Eric Monster Carrillo wins a thriller 4-2. Eric Carrillo with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Summer classes begin May 4th and June 29th. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. How about that for never saying never, huh? And how about this? This show is fini. And as you can see, we're starting to rev things up here on the BSZ. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Marie Zeitner. So, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.